Back in 2012, a toddler named Ezekiel passed away in Alberta. His parents were charged for failing to provide him the necessities of life. They were eventually acquitted in a trial in which the Nigerian doctor that performed Ezekiel's autopsy testified in English. However, the judge described this doctor's testimony as garbled and incomprehensible due to his accent, grammar, and pronunciation. If testifying in his non-native language so negatively affected how this adult expert witness was perceived, how do you think jurors might view children in similar situations? Or for instance, how would you feel if the 3MT judges assessed the non-native competitors more negatively than the native ones just because of their way of speaking? The migration rates are predicted to keep rising. In fact, by 2036, almost 50% of the children in Canada will be foreign-born or born to foreign-born parents. This increases the likelihood of interactions between institutional or legal authorities and non-native speakers. The fact is that we must rely on children's testimonies to solve and prosecute various crimes, such as maltreatment, like sexual abuse, especially in our increasingly global society that involves children testifying via language interpreters. Yet, virtually nothing is known about how potential jurors perceive interpreter-mediated testimonies and how much such testimonies affect the guilty verdict. In our study, we'll systematically and experimentally test mock jurors' perceptions of interpreter-mediated interviews with child witnesses. Specifically, adults will answer an online survey after listening to different interviews, one of a child and one of an adolescent, both testifying about a crime either in the presence or absence of an interpreter. We'll be addressing the following questions. How do mock jurors perceive children testifying via an interpreter? And what are the factors that affect these perceptions and the guilty verdict? We'll be analyzing the results using a 2x2 ANOVA design, with the manipulated variables, the child's age and the interpreter's presence, and the outcome variables, the guilt verdict and the juror's perceptions such as accuracy or credibility. No witness should fear that their testimony will be discredited because of their manner of speech, such as what happened to Dr. Aekbo. Our study will yield valuable insights about the under-researched interpreter-mediated interviews, and it will help us determine the best way for non-native children to have their voices heard in the legal context. Thank you very much.